Mermaid doll. Mr. Fawn. It is so cool. Hang on. Oh. Hey, go, Mr. Free. Freya's got her first day out with everybody. Hey, Suna. What are you doing, puppy? Oh. She was out here before. Hey, honey. Shall I remove this barrier now? You can go in there if you want. Oh, poor thing. She's gotten used to being in this run, and I had it separated so the boys couldn't get to her. She was healing, so we had to do this for her feathers to heal and come back. And as you know, she actually really seriously injured herself by piercing her cheek with wire, and I actually nearly lost her. She was doing really well recovering wise. She did a good job of it. Oh gosh, like her cheek was like a golf ball, and a few days later she looked like she was dying. And hairy moments, then complete turnaround the next day. And I was like, yep, today's the day. So all her feathers that haven't come back yet, her wing feathers especially, but the bald spots on her head from the boys. Freya, so this is the girl in question. So she's probably got about 30% more healing of the feathers, or regrowing I should say. Hello, Mr. Fawn. But it's so nice. So this is the first time she's been out of this run during the day. Gosh, how many weeks has it been now? It's been at least a month or more. Freya! So this is like Yuletide for her. She's like, oh, there's so much I can stick my big in. So we're all happy days, and I'm happy too. It's a thing that gets really tricky, or not tricky, it's just an extra thing, to everything that you got to do every day, is when you have a bird in isolation, it's double the work, or double the amount of things you got to do. I love that. They love, following each other in a line or in a pack. This is so cute. The ravens were out before. Let's wait for them to come back. But yes, this is Freya's first day. Now I was a bit worried as soon as I put her out that the boys would just be jumping her. They kind of did. Here's Fawn at it. Fawn, you be gentle. Yes, you. Come on back. Bloody hell. What you got there, Freya? You got a rock. What's that? You're eating a rock. You funny girl. But, what I might do is halfway through the day, I've got to come out here anyway. I'm planting potato seeds, or seed potatoes, I should say. Fawn, don't grab so much. I know you're excited and happy, so I don't mind the mounting her and that a little bit. I mean, just I got to keep an eye on her feathers. So if we get back to a bald spot by the end of today, she'll be isolated again tomorrow. And so what I might do is one day of her outside, one day of her isolated, that sort of alternate. Fawn is just like, he's kind of excited as well. Excited to be... Freak! You keep your beak out of her private parts. Why does he do that? Mr. Freak. I know why he does it. He's trying to claim territory for dudes. He doesn't need help. I know you're both excited, but this is why she had to get isolated in the first place, because you both kept jumping her and she was losing all of her feathers, even though you got 6 other girls to choose from, or 5 other girls to choose from. You can't just keep going to Freya all the time. No, Mr. Fawn. Freak. But it's nice to see her just out here free ranging. I mean, you know, it's a large pen over there. It's 3 by 4 meters actually, 2 by 4. It was 2 by 4 for such a long time. It's just really nice to see her out here. So fingers crossed, we have speedy recoveries, even more so, and you know, there's a bit more of a balance, because what would happen is, see, at first I had to get the girls, extra girls, and basically I had to get the extra girls, and there was Freya at first, so she was copping it from the boys, as they do. Those are the boys. Oh, Mr. Marilyn. And basically she was starting to get plucked, and it was a really shitty time. It was like winter. And those who aren't aware, ducklings, chicks, they're not really available all year round. Especially chickens. Like chickens go into a kind of a semi-hibernate where they don't lay eggs even in winter most of the time. So I had it up against me where I basically could not get a female duck, and especially one at the right age. I think it was... Hello, Bubby. So this girl here is Mr. Marilyn, being a little bit too fastidious with her. So it was... how long? So I needed a 3-month-old basically at that time, and at least a 3-month-old plus, and I could only get my hands on like a few week old, 2-week old, or you know, not the right age. So it was really difficult, but it was difficult anyway. Like I said, it was winter, not spring. Hey, Mr. Marilyn. Oh, Bridget, look at her feathers, dude. You fluff ball. My rooster Marilyn, he's a peking. Got peekings in my head. He's a silky. He's a pure silky. He's not bantam, so bantam means smooth, even though it was given to me as a bantam. Come on, Buffy Boots. You coming out? She's a Vorwerk, and even though Bridget here's an eyes are brown, I think she's got Vorwerk in her. They came from the same pack, because she's definitely not a pure eyes are brown. But as you can see, she's got 3 spots bald on her back from this dude here. I definitely do want to have at least 2 more hens for Marilyn. But you're gonna let you eat in peace, Mr. Marilyn? Yeah? Come on, monkey. Oh, it's windy. You act all tough, but you're a scaredy cat. Okay, back to ducks. So I free range my ducks. I let them go at it, and the chooks I keep separate. Marilyn's not so bad, but it's, oh gosh, sounds like he's possessed. He's not. He's warning me about something. Where's it, Marilyn? The wind. Sparrow. Oh. I love this fairy ring sort of look from the pond. It just makes me feel happy. So I free range my ducks, and my chooks stay enclosed. Marilyn's not an issue with gardens, but the females, the chickens, the hens, they are a problem. They'll rip everything up, and you know, I'm a horticulturist, so I don't just garden. And yeah, I can't have that. Can't have that. And so that's why. So I made a decision. I do often see people mixing ducks and chooks, and I mean, I guess it depends what you're bringing up. You know, my birds are my pets, and you know, probably 90% of the time you might get a wab and it's all good, but it only takes that one time for things to go wrong. And the other thing too is chickens do get more diseases and stuff like that. Ducks, not so much. I think it's partly because they're waterfowl. I mean, they're always cleaning and preening themselves. It's quite amazing. They can get so filthy, and they're like cats, I guess, the way they're always cleaning themselves and are clean. Oh, Freya, she's so happy. Oh, she gets to run with a pack. Oh, warms my heart. Hello, Suna. So Suna is disabled, or she's got special needs, so I already have to take a bit of extra care. What you doing, Bella? So typically what I have going on here is I've got one run with the chooks, just for the chooks. You know, obviously nothing can get in and they can't get out. Bella, look at her run. Bella, shows your black heart. It's poor Bella. I mean, her breed, she's a silver apple yard, and compared to the other ducks, she looks like she's limping, and she's not limping. She's just got a really big waddle because of her gait, her breed, and her belly so low to the ground. So I made the choice to free range the ducks. They do not do the damage that chooks do to your garden or your plants. Succulents, they will eat succulents. Pig face, they love pig face succulents. To them it's like salty, it tastes like salty apples. We can eat pig face succulents, by the way. What you doing, Bella? If the wind chills out a bit later today, I would love to get some burning done. Get the fire pit going. Hello, Fendry. What are you doing, my beautiful black beauty? Freya. It's just so nice. So Freya is actually, these three, Freya and the two boys, they're the first ducks I got. I bred them. I didn't breed them. I reared them, I should say, from chickies. So I think they're only 2 weeks old when I got them, if that. They look like little yellow fluffs. So, you know, I don't know, your first, I think they're all special to me. The first ones, it's like, oh, I must get that right, you know, keep what I'm doing right with them, and sort with them. So anyway, these two runs here, I pretty much usually just keep them open. As you can see, they can just go right in, come back out. The reason why I like having so much run available to them is that if they're feeling unsafe, if there's aerial predators about, which we do have here, if they just want, you know, away from the elements a little bit more, this one here is just your typical A-frame. This one here's got a slightly different, you know, sort of capped off at the top of the A-frame there. Oh, I love my babies. Hello, Mr. Fawn. Give her a break. If she's gone up there, she wants to be by herself. So the boys are being very good, to be honest with you. I was worried. She wants to mount her while she's sitting on her knees. Oh, he is excited. Oh. But see, they need this. You know, I see female ducks with no males, or male ducks with no females. You know, people can be so stupid and selfish. You know, as rough as boys can be, and I mean, she lost a lot of her feathers because they were too much. As rough as they can be, they still need that interaction. They need that, you know, not satiety. There's a term that we use, especially regarding animals, that distinguishes them from not just being tended to with food and that sort of thing, but actually being content, you know, feeling emotionally stimulated and living opposed to just being alive, if you like. And ducks, because they're so social, they're not going to get that. And I'd say the same thing with chickens. They're just not going to get that if they're isolated from the other sex. They need that. They need the dudes need the girls. But it's just nice to see Freya back with her crew now. Oh, and this is the first time the ducks have got into this run here, because I had it, as you can see before, I had it separated, so Freya could be out here with all the other ducks without them actually going into her space. It's more so the boys. But anyway, so Freya's first day with everybody. This is very exciting. Freya, my baby girl. She's about to lay an egg. Is she? Yeah, she's about to lay an egg. She's very happy. You know, content. This is what a content duck looks like. Freya! Oh, baby girl. She's a happy girl. No. You know, if you've got a female duck yelling feather loss, it is so hard out here. We're like literally a couple of days from summer, and my hands feel like ice. The wind out here, it feels like it's a fridge turbine. It is so freaking cold. I'm so done. So done with that damn cold. It's just too much. Like where we live. The rest of Melbourne might be okay, but we get the special cold all bloody year round. And this year just feels extra shit. Like my ankles are so stiff and tight from the cold. I think I just twisted my ankle just standing. Like I didn't actually twist it, I just sprained it standing because my ankles were just so stiff. So I usually do a lot of ankle exercises as a skater, and I hadn't done that. I've just been swamped with animal care and horticulture, you know, completing my studies late last year. That's not late last year. God, where's this year gone? Early this year. Finally finished it all mid. Hey baby girl. Oh, Serena. Bop, 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 bop. So these pellets here, they're for ducks and geese. They're duck and goose finisher pellets. It's really important to have that available to them at all times. Hello, sweetheart. No, my baby girl. After they've been weaned off the duck mash, or duckling mash, and then the duckling crumble, and then you move them onto the duck and goose finisher. It's important you do that, especially the crumble and the mash, because the crumble and mash have extra nutrients that they need, so they don't end up with deformities. So the reason why Suna is disabled and has a bow leg, both her legs were bowed, is because the so-called breeder of the ducks, I mean, look, I got the other girls from her indirectly from someone else who had got them from her, and they were good. It was like she deliberately gave me a dud, not a dud, but you know what I mean, because she knew I would look after her. It was kind of mean and shonky because I struggle with time as it is, and you know, I put myself in a position where I don't do as much self-care as I need to because I put my animals and plants first, sort of thing. So I really was not in a position to do extra needs duck. Anyone who's ever had a pet with extra needs, you know it's extra commitment. And if you're not already hitting all your own needs and things you need to do, and you're a decent person who will do the right thing, even though you don't have the extra time and that sort of thing to do it, it is kind of dodgy. But anyway, this lady, I don't know what she did, but she obviously did not feed all the ducks, the proper feed. This is one of the issues I have when people treat animals as a cash cow. Like at what point does your concern for money swamp your concern for your animal? And in all reality, I'm gonna go inside at some point. I'm gonna go inside and I want to do a recording inside where it's not windy and that sort of stuff, about the cost. Excuse me, I haven't drank water yet. Animals first in the morning, come on me. In reality, I spent around 140 in hay and sawdust and bags of feed. And then I'm actually going to sit down and do the math with you. If I was to sell my duck eggs as an example for a profit, I'd probably be charging $10 per egg. Even though they were laying an egg each every day, which the girls do on average. And it's like the public have not been groomed to spend that much on eggs. They have been groomed to see the value of eggs at the supermarket, and where the birds are not free to roam, where the birds aren't loved, aren't cared for, and they're treated as money producing machines. And I can't see that changing in the narcissistic world that we live in. I mean, you got people posting vlogs on animals, ducks especially, on how cute they are, and when you look at the duck, you can see it's panting, its beak is cracked, it's got health issues, it's stressed, it's scared, it's all these things, and they're unaware, and you have all these people who are just unaware uploading these videos, and it's like, it's really disheartening. It really is. It always warms my soul when on the rare occasion I see posts of, say ducks, any animals really, and they are actually loved. They're not just an accessory on how cute they are, or the animal needs are taken care of. They have company of their own kind. They're not treated as a cash cow. It's quite funny, and like there seems to be some sort of discriminatory between species. When it comes to cats and dogs, if you were to say to someone, "Oh, how much money are you getting back from your cat or dog?" they'd probably look at you blankly. Yet they tend to expect that sort of thing from someone who owns a pet duck or pet ducks, I should say, or pet chooks, and it's like, I can tell you now, my ducks and chickens, they get upset, they get excited, they get happy, they get naughty, all the ranges of emotion that is there. And I think it's like a speciesism, And then you get those same people going on about how they love animals because they've got a cat or a dog, but you know, fuck the rest. Or you know, they love an animal because they think an animal's cute. Thinking something is cute is not the definition of love. Love is usually a sacrifice of yourself for the being that you love in a way that you put them before you, which is why it's important that if you are in a relationship with somebody that you're compatible, otherwise it becomes out of balance. You know, if you have that way of that morality about you and the other person doesn't, you're going to get used. And unfortunately these days a lot of people I just think don't know what love is. They've never experienced it and don't care for it. The real stuff anyway, because that's work, isn't it? Funny that people are averted to work. I'm sort of rambling a little bit, but anyway, I'll do a vlog after this, a short one on cost. I'll sit in front of my computer and let's tally it out together. But I still would prefer to give my eggs to the ravens and the shells of those eggs back to my ducks and chickens. We've got hiccups now. I still would prefer to do that. And also put the eggs back into... I've got the hiccups now, sorry guys. I don't drink water this morning yet. And put the eggs back in the earth for the nature spirits. Then I would just sell it to somebody. Like what? I'm going to get $10 back from all the money I spend on my babies every 2 weeks or every month. I don't see my animals as cash cows or that term. The fact that we even have a term called cash cow. You know what I mean? It sort of highlights a bit of a problem we have. We see animals as commodity and some sort of... And then it's funny, the very same people that have that mindset without even thinking about it, it's kind of pushed into us at a young age. Very few of us actually rebel and stick with rebelling against that. Those very same people will bitch and moan about the government treating humans as cattle. It's like, well, now you know what it feels like for the cow. Sorry, but it's true. You can't act and accommodate one sort of mindset and then expect to have a completely different train of thought or acceptance or tolerance to that same mindset painted in a different frame. You know, like the same pathway of thinking is there. So it's what we call oxymoronic, I guess. Mr. Freak. You happy? Yeah, she's back with the pack. Yeah. How you going, Freya? My baby girl. So I don't mind. I like how she's gone back in there in that little corner safe space. I mean, it's all open. She can come in and out now. She's back. But like I said, at the end of the day, if she's got any little spots of missing feathers, more than what she already has that's been healing, she'll be back in isolated tomorrow, or that pen will be closed up. Or I might just do half days, you know, have her out half a day and then halfway through the day bring her into that pen and close it off again, sort of thing. So that's extra time in managing and looking after your birds. So it's something to put into the equation that if you have ducks, or chooks, or both, any birds really, but especially ducks and chooks, that, you know, if one gets ill or something, it's double your work. Where's that time going to come from? Do you have anyone to help you? I don't. My cat has a limitation on how much she can help. And I'm sorry, I'm not having someone